Hey guys, MGL here with another trick. Today we are going to look at how to convert fractions to decimals. We will look at a shortcut to converting fractions with the denominators 9, 11, and 7. A fraction with 9, 11, and 7 when expressed as a decimal will have a recurring digit or digits. We will first start with fractions where the denominator is a 9. 2 over 9. One simple rule when you are expressing a fraction as a decimal is that if the numerator is smaller than the denominator, we will always start with 0. The next step is very easy. Multiply the numerator by 11 and you have your answer. 2 times 11 is 22. The 2 will be recurring. So, 2 over 9 as a decimal is 0.2 recurring. The dot over the 2 is a short way of showing which digit is recurring. In this case, the dot is over 2, which means the 2 is recurring. 5 over 9. 5 is smaller than 9, so we start with 0. Now, we just multiply 5 by 11 and you get 55. Or, you can just write it as 0.5 with a dot on top of the recurring digit. 14 over 9. In this fraction, the numerator is larger than the denominator. So, we will not start with 0. Instead, we look at the numerator, 14, and see how many times 9 will go into it. 9 times 1 is 9, and 9 times 2 is 18. 18 is larger than 14, so we see that 9 goes into 14 one time. So we write 1. 9 times 1 is 9. Now we look at the difference between 14 and 9. 14 minus 9 is 5. We just multiply the 5 by 11 and that is your answer. Let's do one more with 9. 78 over 9. We know 9 times 8 is 72. And 9 times 9 is 81, which is larger than 78. So we use 9 times 8. So 8 is the first part of our answer. 78 minus 72 is 6, and we multiply this 6 by 11, and you get 66. So you get your answer. Fractions with 11 follows the same steps, except you multiply the numerator by 9. 2 over 11. The numerator is smaller than the denominator, so we start with 0. The next step is very easy. Multiply the numerator by 9 and you have your answer. 2 times 9 is 18. Since both the digits 1 and 8 are recurring, we put a dot above both digits. 5 over 11. 5 is smaller than 11, so we start with 0. Now we just multiply 5 by 9 and you get 45. Or you can just write it as 0.45 with a dot on top both of the digits. 14 over 11. In this fraction, the numerator is larger than the denominator. So we will not start with 0. Instead, we find the multiple of 11 that is closest and smaller than 14. 11 times 1 is 11, and 11 times 2 is 22. 22 is larger than 14, so 11 goes into 14 once. So we write 1. Since 11 times 1 is 11, the remainder is 3. Since 14 minus 11 is 3. We just multiply 3 by 9 and you get 27. 78 over 11. We know 11 times 7 is 77. So we write 7 and the remainder is 1. We multiply 1 by 9 and you get 9. One thing to remember is that we have to express as a 2-digit number. So we don't write 9, we write it as 09. And it's that easy to express fractions of 11 and 9 as a decimal. Fractions with 7 is quite interesting. There is a sequence of numbers that recur. The recurring numbers are 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, and 7. I remember them as 14, 28, and 57. The starting number of the sequence in which these digits recur depends on the remainder. Let me explain. Let's take 2 over 7. As before, we start with 0. We consider the 2 as a remainder. Now we look at the 6 digits and see which is the second smallest number. We see 1 is the smallest number and 2 is the second smallest number. So, the recurring sequence will start with 2. We write 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4, and these 6 digits will continue to recur. How we use dots to express a sequence of recurring decimals also differs. Since all 6 digits are recurring in a sequence, we do not need to put a dot over each digit. To make it easy, we can just put a dot over the first and last digit. This tells us from the first to the last digit, all the numbers are occurring in this sequence. 5 over 7. Once again, we start with 0. Now we find the 5th smallest number from the sequence. 1 is the smallest, 2 is the second, 4 is the third, 5 is the fourth, and 7 is the 5th. So the sequence will start from 7. So it will be 7, 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, and so on. 15 over 7. 7 goes into 15 2 times. 7 times 2 is 14, and you have 1 remainder. Since the remainder is 1, the recurring sequence will start with the smallest digit. The smallest digit is also 1, so the sequence will go as 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, and so on. Lastly, 83 over 7. 7 times 11 is 77, so 11 is the first part of the answer. 83 minus 77 is 6. As the sequence has only 6 digits, the 6th smallest number is the same as the largest number, which is 8. So, the sequence will start from 8. The answer will be 11.857142. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to smash the notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a brand new video. Until next time, bye!